This week, I'm dying, and for a brief moment, I did worry I might shit myself. We'll talk about that later. David runs over kittens on the highway, Chloe confuses an old man for a badger, and we all get excited about spam. So, let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Hello, this is just another trucking podcast. I am your host, Tom. Is that how I start this?
You might as well.
Yeah. Come on, you can do it.
We're doing it. Oh my god. There's people here.
I'm here.
We're here.
There's people
we're here for you.
And
Come
we have a new producer. We haven't got rid of the old one.
He's just
we'd
balls deep.
lost him.
Yeah.
The last I heard, he was in America. In fact, Chloe,
is he swimming upstream?
No. The last time was like he was in America with David, and then suddenly he's disappeared.
Is this where
he came back? He came back to many episodes.
He did come back.
That.
Yeah. But is this where he is?
Either way, we've lost him.
He's locked in David's dungeon. That's what it is in his new house.
That checks out. That fully checks out. So we have producer Nessa. Hello, Nessa.
Howdy, everybody. How are you doing?
Well,
apart from you, Tom, you're obviously dying.
I am not doing well. Oh my god, I am not doing well at all. I have COVID, and I have not.
Are we going to get this through
this?
It.
And have you gone to work? Are you able to go to work if you have COVID?
I knew you were going to ask that question. Okay, so here, yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to self-isolate. It's now just basically just the flu.
Just get on
so
okay.
If you can work, you can work.
Are you vaccinated up and everything?
Yeah, but I think they want me to do another one.
A booster.
Oh, really? I've not had anything like that.
I'm sure that I was reading something.
It's been over a year since I've had since I had a booster.
I don't really want another one because, like, my glands under my armpits swelled up, and I felt
and I
really
usually have to take the next day off work. I'm usually absolutely hopeless after my booster the next day.
Yeah,
so
like the whole week. You might as well just get COVID.
This has been something else. Like there was a couple of days there where just getting up in the morning. I didn't really. I've got a question for you because this is something that kind of came to my head. The reality is, I need money. I need money. I cannot not work.
Yeah.
If I'm laying in bed, I am very consciously aware of how much money I am losing out
from doing nothing. Yeah,
exactly. So. But at the same time, because of how ill I was, I did kind of wonder, where is that cut-off point? Where is it for you guys?
This is my topic, you bastard.
Well, no, I'm bringing up the topics in a proper order. I'm trying to make it so it sounds all smooth and shit.
Yeah.
So
well, I've just gone and ruined it for you.
I'm sorry. I brought COVID. You then tried to leech a topic of my illness, and because
in the last minute too.
It still worked,
exactly.
did it not?
Because she dreamt that she thought she had a topic.
Right, pre-show, we go through all of these. We go through these lists. We go through what topics people got, and Chloe goes, and what we'll do is, David, because I think it was recorded. This put this at the end of the episode.
Okay, I will do.
Right, put it at the end of the episode so you can like a little cruisy bonus, right? And Chloe's like, I came up with a topic, but then I realised it was a dream. And I did put it in the group chat, but I didn't because I was dreaming that. Me and Dave were like, you what? See, what you're trying to say is you've brought nothing. You've brought nothing at all. Then you've tried to leech one of my illness.
Oh, but you guys loved it. You loved it.
Yeah.
You brought it up. But now you're having to do it me.
And now I've ruined it for you.
1 second.
That was so fake. Such a fake off right now. He's really laying it in there. Look at that red face.
I hate you guys so
you
much.
right now? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay now, yeah.
Okay, come on then. What is
the
topic
cut-off
then?
point? What's the cut-off point of being ill? What point do you kind of say to yourself?
When I get to the point where I just feel mentally drained, that I will always push myself to what I can do. And sometimes the other thing is, like, I've had it recently where I felt so ill that I was just like, yeah, that's it, I'm gonna call in sick. But they'd already arranged to do like a one-off job that was already pre-arranged for me, already set in stone. I was doing it, and then I was like, fuck, I've got to go to work. There's no option to this. No matter how I feel, I have to go in and do it. And it's when I went to the island. And I felt, honestly, if I wasn't going for that, I would have just been like, nah, I'm staying in bed all day. Fuck this shit.
I hear you.
I will say, I do think with truck driving, it's you kind of given a little bit more of a, I don't know. Okay, so say
an
as an example,
expectation to pull through it.
Well, there is kind of like, yeah. I mean, it's not like someone else can really kind of jump in and do what that job that you've done. It's been assigned to you.
Mm-hmm.
Other people have been assigned other work,
depending on the size of the company.
True.
Yes,
to an extent, yeah. If it's a very big company, then and it's a very important contract.
I've worked for small and huge. You know what I mean? As in, like, the huge company. I always worked through because I didn't want to give it. I didn't want to be put on this imaginary list in my head that I thought that they had, to where if you call in sick, they're going to put you on that list of like, oh, we can't trust him. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know if that existed, but I always wanted to I want to always get the best loads, or they never had to think twice about giving me loads. So I would literally drive free, like, which I'm running at temperature, I'm shivering, you know, and then I'm too hot or too, you know what I mean? You just and I would just keep going, and I would just take many breaks during the day, and I would just pull through, you know, again. And yes, money, the huge factor. It was always, at the end of the day, money, because I was living paycheck to paycheck, you know, like every penny counted. Like when I first started truck driving, I had to I gave myself $10 a day. Not even that. Sorry, $5 a day to eat. You know, so I got a foot-long Subway sandwich, you know, from Subway, and I asked them to cut it into 3. So I'd have 3 meals right there, because, you know, I was so fucking broke, you know, you know, and I had to, of course, I had to place the sandwich
far away,
where not just arms bastard, because I would get clever while driving, and I would get like a hook.
We learned that when you watch TV.
So I had to really put it in absolutely where I could not possibly reach it, you know. But
I have a litter picker, so there is nowhere in my cab that is safe.
Yeah, so I
can reach all parts of my cab.
So you gotta put that whatever litter picker out of arm's reach as well. Just, I don't know. It was so bad. And of course, I'd look at this is way back now. I'm talking like, this is back in 2004 or 2003. You know what I mean? As in like, where I didn't have smartphone and all that kind of stuff. I would find out, like, I knew how much money I had. So I'd be like, I'd ring up the bank to find out exactly what it is, you know. And like, of course, I had the kids, I had a wife, and so their priority. But when I started finding out where she was buying fast food every day, and she was buying $5 coffees every day, and it was like,
and you were having a sandwich for the whole day.
Seriously, yeah, because I didn't have any amenities to store my food. I didn't have a cooker and a microwave, fridge, any of that kind of stuff. I just had the bare essentials, so I had to eat out.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
and it was one of our biggest arguments, is the fact that she was a stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? We had 2 kids, and so I just had no idea. And then she got addicted to bloody eBay as well. Really?
Oh, so dangerous.
And you were eating, like, cutting up a sandwich into thirds and eating.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Oh my god. But anyway, it was but as a local driver, this was even like only like a decade ago or whatever, you know. But I do remember, like, having a high temperature, I just couldn't take a day off. I just couldn't. There was something about, I didn't want to put my boss out. I didn't want to put the other drivers out. There's just I feel like there's so much pressure, because it was a big company, but now we're limited on local drivers, you know. And I kind of didn't want, you know, you could have had over the road drivers pick up the slack as well. Sometimes they would do that. Over the road meaning trampers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So they would pick up the slack a little bit, and they were never happy with that. But yeah, no, there's just too many situations where I'm like, even I've been injured. I was snowboarding one time, and I hurt both my ankles, both my knees. I was in agony. I was crawling, but I still went to work the next day. I just because I didn't feel like I didn't give them enough notice because it was the next day. But yeah. But anyway,
I'm trying to think. See,
Yes.
I for myself, like again, like this week. Well, I don't know. At the moment, I feel like I'm on the cream work. I feel like I'm on the good work.
Yeah.
And it's like you. I don't kind of want to jinx that.
Yeah.
I don't. If
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
a day off,
Yeah,
it kind of takes me off. Actually, I'm curious, Nessa.
Yeah.
Since you were agency, you did a lot of covering, didn't you? Did you find that you were doing a lot of like covering people who were ill? Actually, on that, how did you find if you knew someone was ill? Would you go into their cab?
Ooh.
See, that's a
Good
good.
Well, it depends
point.
what the illness is. I mean, when
Yes,
COVID
it's
was about,
COVID,
it was
isn't
a
it?
problem, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Just
know, I
there,
found I was still
Lysol
working
it.
at Nolan's when COVID started, and there would be different drivers in the day as there was in the night, and nobody cleaned the trucks
Oh,
before or after
Really?
themselves. No one done it. It was ridiculous.
Because
But,
that was like a major thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was. I think all the drivers were supposed to be supplied with cleaning products, and nobody was. But yeah,
they
I've
need to pay them extra in order to clean. I'm sorry. I just feel like drivers should be paid extra to do extra work.
yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it? But yeah, I do a lot of cover work, and like one day on agency you can be with one company, and the next day you could be somewhere else. So you're basically covering someone that's not there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of
Yeah, it's,
regulars?
Not really.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
So wasn't
so
any
you
obvious
wouldn't be
like sickies. Oh yeah, it's that dude again. Covered you.
That's a good point, actually. Do you not really have it where you had like? Do you not have it at all where you went to someone and like they'd
go,
he's been sick again. You'd be like,
yeah.
I knew it was going to happen.
Tim? I don't know why Tim.
Everywhere I've been sent so far, I've been there long term.
Right.
So it's not someone that's just called in today.
It's more potentially someone that's left or
Right,
something,
okay.
or
Yeah.
extra cover. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's a bit cooler then, because then you get like a good chance to experience something.
So when it comes to when do you that point of how sick it is about money, but don't you guys have sick pay? Like when someone's sick, or is it all about the inconvenience of someone has to take over for you?
So if you end up having like a week or something, you can get sick pay, but it's like you got to have a doctor's note, don't you? And then it's statutory
come on.
sick
It's
pay.
after 3 days.
Is it?
after
Yeah, I was
3
gonna
days.
say, Nessie, you probably know more about it, but
It's statutory
it's
sick
and isn't
pay,
it like
isn't it?
£94 or something a week, isn't it? Or
It's
not a
£97 a week.
Is it
and you have to
97
be
a week?
off- Yeah, you have to be off for 3 consecutive days in order to be entitled to it.
yeah, and it's like it's not even worth it. You may as well just not
Yeah.
get paid for it.
Yeah.
In all fairness,
A ridiculous
To be fair,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get any I don't think I've ever been in a company that ever gave me sick pay. It was just basically all part of the your vacation pay or your holiday pay. Actually,
Well, this is it.
there is a
Yeah,
difference between
Yeah.
holiday and vacation because in England, everybody get holiday pay?
yeah.
Okay,
So,
well, I just know
Our
there-
company's like that.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I've never even. I don't even know what the holidays are. I know there's a Labor Day and a President's Day, and there's a bunch of holidays over here that I just never
Yeah.
know because it never means anything to me. You know, I never get a day off. You know, I never get paid extra, so I got nothing to look forward to. You know, I have to look forward to fucking traffic. You know, because everyone's leaving on a Thursday. You know, and
Extra bonus.
yeah, and then in the weekend, everyone's got their bloody caravans, and it's just like, yeah, again, you know. But yeah, yeah. So what was that question again? I'm so sorry that I just said. What is that? When it comes to sick pay. So basically, we had our vacation pay. We had a certain amount of
Right.
hours. You know, after 1 year, you finally get like 1 week, so you get 40 hours. You know,
Oh, blimey.
regardless if you've already worked 70 or 80 that week or whatever, you know. But yeah, yeah. So that was our. So if we wanted to, I always like to use that for something else. I never wanted to waste that in sick pay or
Yeah.
taking a day off.
I
just because
don't,
I
I
was
don't
sick.
know. I've used it for. I use them occasionally for sick for sick
But
days.
every now and then, like, one-off days, isn't it? And you're like, oh, I'm so ill that you can't go in. You're just like, right, take it. It's paid sick, like paid holiday, isn't it? Sometimes it's just easy because I'm see again. I'm terrible with my holiday. I won't take my holiday. I'll save it up, and then when it hits Christmas, I'll take an extra week's pay on top of my already pay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I don't take my holiday. I'll just get an extra week, which is a bonus at Christmas time.
You're not taking your holidays throughout the year.
No, I think this year I literally have taken about a week's holiday overall, and that wouldn't just like be random days here and there. The rest of it, I got to Christmas, and then I said, "Can you just like give me an extra week so I get like 5 weeks pay rather than 4?" And they're like, "Yeah, no worries, mate."
Cool.
Which is a little like Brucey bonus. So for me, it works out.
I've called in sick once ever that I can remember. Like I'm trying to remember now, have I ever actually called in sick? And there was one time. So my sister was visiting in town. She was in town. She was hanging out at her house. There was a bunch of friends over, and it's comes 9 o'clock at night. Comes, all right, I gotta go to bed. I gotta work in the morning. And they all gave me such a hard day. Come on, do a shot. I'm not gonna do a shot. I was like, come on, how often do is your sister going to be in town?
No.
Like I was like, as in like, and then so basically as in like I got guilted into just call in sick. Come on, seriously. When is your sister in town? And when are you gonna have this many people over? You know, because I lived at a house with a bunch of lads, you know, and it was quite a party house. So it was like, all right, yeah, you basically just trump card me. Yeah, okay, I'll call in sick. Well, pour me a shot. Basically,
just like that.
So I left a voicemail. I told my other co-workers and like, hey, you made these are the 4 loads I'm on. You know, like figure out what you got to do with it. You know what I mean? As in, like, because obviously my boss doesn't come in until 7, and we start working at like 4. You know, so I still want to make sure that they're covered. You know, so I just told them to do it. You know, and like I hate giving that easy money up. Oh, it broke my heart.
I wasn't forgiving it. Although I will say, today I did say this pre-show, but fuck me, I'd got in, washed my truck for the weekends, and just so it was nice and clean for Monday. And I shouldn't have done it. Did you just spill beer down yourself?
He literally just did.
Did you just spill beer
and
down
he's
yourself?
cleaned up with a hat.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Don't look at my shame. Go on, get it. Suck it. If you suck it, there might be some good beer goodness in there. No, I had cramp. I'm guessing this is all because of COVID. I had like fucking horrendous.
Is that a symptom? Cramps?
I did search it, and apparently it is like something that
what,
can
like
happen.
tummy cramps or like
no, like
leg cramps?
Cramp.
Leg
As in,
cramps,
like,
right?
Menstrual cramps?
That's what I was
Them
going with.
too,
It's like,
yeah.
well, you are a
Yeah,
bit of a girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's
go
a
on.
true fact.
Go on.
That is a true fact. But then I felt like I was going to pass out in the yard, and
From a leg cramp.
Oh no, it was like leg cramp,
Oh,
and
right.
then as on top of that, I also felt like I was
Right.
going to pass out.
Okay,
And
okay.
there was this point where I was leaning against the truck, and
And the
I
truck
thought
fell
to
over.
myself, well, no, I thought to myself, you know that like them, like just before you have an accident or you do something. About to go off, by the way.
Oh,
It's choking
sorry.
again.
He
Oh,
just
okay.
muted.
Yeah.
So everyone, that might have been
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
coughed.
I'm mute so no one wants to hear me cough.
Just cough off to the
Um,
side so we at least know why there's a certain...
Yeah, feel a little bit of
Okay,
sympathy
I
for you.
I apologise that my illness isn't that apparent to you. So I was leaning against the truck, and I was thinking I'm about to pass out. I'm about to faint, and my two thoughts were, "Oh, there's loads of people in the yard. This is going to be really embarrassing." And the second thought was, "God, I hope I don't shit myself." So there you go. There were the two thoughts
Did you
that I had.
need a shit at this personal point?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
and you
I
honestly
did.
Oh,
thought passing
okay.
out was going to make you shit
Listen, I was
yourself.
about to pass out. Logic wasn't particularly. It was just. Listen, I don't know.
And
This
that's
is
the
just what
first
I
thing that
thought.
comes to your head.
That's
It's
exactly
embarrassing
what I
enough.
thought.
I've fallen over, and now they're going to come and find me, and I've got shit in my pants.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
So yeah, that was my afternoon. Thought I was going to shit
Okay.
myself today.
But you wouldn't have known about it until you woke up and were like surrounded by people
I
pissing themselves laughing.
woke up on the wet yard, we're surrounded by people. Put my hands down my pants and go, "Oh well, Thought that was going to happen. Knew that was going to happen.
Embrace it, film it, crack on.
Shall we move on to a different topic?
Oh yes, hello.
You showed us some pictures there recently. This is what the pictures look like, and so there's people on YouTube. Obviously, you can't see that unless you subscribe to our channel on YouTube. So please do that. So I get more subscribers.
Yeah.
Also, go to samslap.com if you want to get some merchandise.
No, because we've got people listening in the truck. So let's explain. So this is a long and very straight road. That's the best way I can explain it. It's a long, very straight road. It's
two
one
lanes.
of them. It is 2 lanes, but it looks like one of them roads where there's going to be a housing estate built.
Yes.
Okay.
It
yes.
looks
It doesn't look like a busy road, does it?
So you could possibly squeeze 3 trucks next to each other, 3 trailers. I'm talking about like wall to wall.
Really squeeze. Really.
Yeah. So
really
it's a
squeeze.
2 lane. Okay. Yeah. So there's So anyway, carry on. Tom.
Yeah. Just a standard just.
Trying to give our audible listeners a bit of a visual.
When we say 2 lane, what we mean is like one direction, one in the other direction.
Yeah, but very little shoulder, very little anything. So yeah.
Well, there's a path.
but there's nothing really there. There's nothing to the sides of the stuff. It's like empty lands where
blockage.
It looks like there's going to be a housing estate or like an industrial estate or something built there at some point.
Yeah.
And there's a trailer, and it's quite a big trailer. Is that like it's a
big current side.
No,
it's parts.
It's a full size 13.6 meter trailer,
and it's on the 36? Oncoming traffic, isn't it? Basically,
where is it?
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Where it's actually parked on oncoming traffic.
So it's basically parked oncoming traffic, and the dude's going to do a trailer swap. From what I can gather.
I will say that's that's what they're supposed to do.
What, park oncoming traffic, is it?
Yes, you are supposed to park. Highway code
I didn't know
that you're supposed to park on oncoming traffic.
This was posted on Facebook. I found it on HTV UK Trampers is where I found it. It was to do with
just very quickly.
Suffolk.
When I say that, when you're parked, you're supposed to be facing oncoming traffic. That's not necessarily to say the trailer should be.
Okay. I thought you meant it was like a rule.
We've left out something. Okay, so this trailer is parked by itself. There's actually
possibly a little something.
There's no truck connected to it. All right. No. So there's a parked trailer taking up 95% of one lane in the other direction. And should we let them know exactly what happened, or should we leave it a mystery?
So basically, there's an Astra that has just drove into it and is underneath it on the 5th wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not the 5th wheel.
Oncoming. The Kingpin. Just driven under it, straight onto it. Yeah, the 5th wheel's on the truck. Yeah, the Kingpin. Yeah. You know what you get.
Yeah, underneath the apron. Is it the apron? Oh, fuck me. But anyway, yeah.
Overhang.
So he basically wasn't paying attention. There was no lights for them to see. There was no reflectors for them to see. And he just went straight underneath it. See, at least if you were driving from behind...
David.
Yes?
David.
What?
It is... Right. You say there's no light, no reflectors, right? So in his original thing, he says, I've not put a cone out, or I didn't get a chance to put a cone out. What fucking use is a cone? If the stupid bastard can't see a 4.2 meter trailer that's stood out in the middle of the road and he drives straight into it.
But you might have seen a cone.
What difference is a reflector going to make?
It happened. It must have happened
presumably.
At night.
I think it happened at night from the comments.
Did
it doesn't say on the thing, but obviously in the comments, because I found the original one originally, and everyone said it happened at night potentially.
Well, it makes sense.
But then still,
I'm looking at the front of the trailer. There's no
you?
reflectors. So if you had a truck,
there's little ones.
Sorry, a car, and your lights are on. You're not going to see it. Chances are your brights aren't on, and you just drove right underneath it, and hopefully he's okay or she's okay.
There's little ones in the corner.
Are they okay?
There's tiny ones. Little corner ones.
So it's hard to tell if this is in the morning or the evening. Because if it's in the morning, then...
Mm-hmm. I'd say it should be
Totally.
illegal to park regardless. Because
the
there's
lights are on with this car with this picture. So my thought is this has not long happened. So this has happened like in daylight.
No, I'm sorry, it didn't happen in daylight.
I can't imagine.
I'm saying that out of just hoping for humanity.
Reading
that the
some of the
person who was
comments.
driving.
Reading
he
some
was-
comments.
No.
It happened at night. It happened at night. Reading comments.
Okay.
Oh, it did happen at night. So I will just on that same thing though, David.
Yeah.
It goes back to that meme. I think we posted it, in fact, at one point, which
Did
is,
we?
it's about your faith in humanity. I look both ways at a roundabout.
Someone,
I
I'm
think-
sorry.
Oh my God,
Someone,
That's hilarious.
someone's. Oh yeah, no, we did post that. Someone's put
Yeah.
a comment saying Astra must have been put overweight on this one. Vosa will have him. Sorry, that was a good comment. I love it.
But-
Yeah, basically, as far as I know, it was in the dark.
For
So-
a topic. So it's nighttime. Okay. But maybe
Well, no, nor can I.
it's true. I didn't see any either.
Unless he stood under one.
All right, so he dropped a trailer so he could connect to a different trailer, or what? What was he doing? Why was the trailer dropped in the first place? Okay, gotcha. So there's another driver somewhere around the place, or he'll come later to pick it up. I suppose if he's going to get a cone. Yeah. Okay.
Found an Astra underneath it.
You know what? To be honest, there's zero damage done to that trailer. Zero. All right, even the Kingpin is absolutely fine. You know. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
and
the
in order to
car's
get that,
destroyed.
all you have to do,
Yeah.
all you have to do is crank that trailer up higher, and push that car out of the way and carry on driving.
Yeah, he can crack on
Yeah.
as with the day. Yeah, he'd be
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
There's no damage whatsoever. Just leave the Astra.
Yeah, with a note on it saying like,
You
that's
crashed,
really-
mate.
and like, did you a favor? you didn't do any damage. Now here's the thing: Tom thinks that he's not muted, but he is. So and he's trying to talk to us.
Sorry.
There we go. That's the handy thing. We all have red lights on our microphone that tells the whole world if we're mute or not. But
I don't.
are we trying to be investigative reporters here? Like,
I think so. Yeah, we're getting proper in depth with this. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I think I don't know. I don't know how I feel on it. I probably would have dropped it there and gone. The thing is, when I do wagon drag skips and rows, we find places like that on that road all the time. I would drop a trailer there all the time, but
Wait
it'd
a
be in the
second.
daytime. Yes.
Now, don't you guys have to have triangles out for when you break down? And he should have already had.
Supposedly,
No, it is
supposedly,
very
you are-
illegal
if
for
you-
us
if
not
you-
to have them.
If you've broken down, you're supposed to have, and Nessa, get ready on the tappy stuff.
ADR. You
You're
should have
supposed to
them.
put a triangle, a breakdown triangle. You're talking about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you are supposed to have them, and you're supposed to put them a
Oh,
certain
you can
distance
proper hear a
behind.
tappy tappy. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, we sound
actually
good.
putting
That's
it to
not
work
even
now.
sound effects. That's real.
No idea what the distance is, but the highway code says that you're supposed to have it.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
just
probably
very
in front.
quickly. Oh right, well no,
Because
that
of
never happens. Only ever behind. But how many times have you seen people put that triangle out and they'll walk 3 meters?
Oh, I know. I hear you.
3
I just feel
meters,
like
maybe
no
4.
cop is
And-
ever
and
going to
you're-
give you. Is never going to give you a ticket because you.
I'm saying he's not going to get a tape measure out, is he?
You know, yeah. No, I remember I broke down one time and I lost all power. My alternator went out, whatever. So I couldn't even have the lights on my truck. Dead battery. And I put one out, like a couple of feet behind my truck, and then I got a phone call. So I ran back to my cab. Completely forgot to put the other two out. Cop like, hey, what's going on? As in like, dead battery, alternator. I got him. I'm guessing, and like, where's the rest of your triangles? Oh, right here. I'm so sorry, I forgot. Like he would have, like if I didn't have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, my lights are out. It's nighttime. for my own safety and everything, yes, I will put him back there. You know.
Yeah,
of course.
I bet you didn't stand by the truck. I bet you sat in the cab until rescue came, regardless.
Well, no, we're allowed sitting there. I actually took a nap.
Okay.
I went into the back of the cab because Jesus, that could take forever. You know, might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Take
meant to get
advantage.
out of the cab, aren't we?
It's nighttime.
Well,
I'll always take a nap at nighttime.
You were supposed to, and the first time I broke down by the motorway, because in the UK you're not allowed to stay in your vehicle if you broke down.
Really?
You're meant to get out.
Yeah, you're supposed to stand by the side of the road no matter
Why?
what the conditions are. And if it had been
Safety,
anything
innit?
other than
Lightning storm.
very hot, I would have
Yeah.
stood. If it had been raining, I'd have stood under the trees. If it had been cold, I'd have put a jacket on. But it was hot, and I stood out there for 10 minutes maximum, and I was just like,
Nope.
"Yep, I'm
Done.
going to put. I'm no,
I'm
fuck
back
it.
in.
I'm going to put the fucking air conditioning on. I can't deal with this. I don't do heat.
You couldn't get like a
But
hand fan.
there's nothing worse though when we have to get out and you have a breakdown and you stood on the side of the road and you got all your workmates driving past you, bibbing you. They're like, "Wait, she's broken down.
Oh,
What's happening?" And then you get back to the yard. And you're like, "Oh, what happened?" And then you hear this whole commotion where they've all come back to the yard and they're all gossiping. And they're like, "What did you do? Fool?" Yeah. What's she done now?
So Nolan's is very well regarded as being. It's rare to see a Nolan's truck actually on the move and not by the side of the road.
Yes.
Hey! I saw a Nolan's truck the other week. In fact, it might have been a month ago. It's been a while actually, and there was very little rust on it.
Was it a new one?
Like, oh no. It was a Nolan's new one.
Is Nolan like the Swift of America, or the Swift of England? I suppose.
No, that's not fair to Swift. I don't think.
Oh.
Is it?
There must be a great company. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
only. I'm sorry, but you can't be.
It's gone up in his books.
The Irish company now, right?
Well, no.
Wow.
The reality is that we all know it. There's Irish trucking companies, and then there's Irish trucking companies, and there's a difference between them because there's the ones where like Nolan's bits are hanging off them, they're repaired with duct tape and stuff like that, and then there's the Irish trucking companies where you look at it and the fucking thing cruises past you at. Well,
Mint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Not at 56 miles an hour anyways. We know that for sure.
Gotcha.
McBurnley, I'm looking at you. Well, before you got bought out by DFDS.
If you guys see a truck pulled off to the side of the road because he's broke down, he got his hazards on, his triangles out and everything, do you pull over to see if he's okay?
I have once. And the driver gave me. I can tell you exactly what motorway I was on. I was on the M69, dude. Yeah, I was.
Right.
I just want to say
was that a sex joke?
Yeah, it was 69.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
So such a child.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you have it. No, that's fine.
No, come on, get on with the story. Come on.
Go.
Was that all? Hang on, whoa. Was that the only reason you mentioned it? There was no story. It was just M69.
There was a story, but
okay.
Right.
I thought you just.
Okay.
Anyways,
go on.
the guy had. I'd seen that there was something wrong with his curtains as I was coming up to him, and as I was about to go past him, I'd seen him kind of like doing that thing of like, oh my God, how do I deal with this?
Okay,
And
so you
I
made
just
eye contact.
No, I didn't make eye contact with him, but
You felt bad.
I clocked the look, and I'd seen it was something wrong with the curtain, and I'd seen he'd only just pulled in on there, so I thought, you know what, it's a good deed for the day. And I spent about 15 minutes with him getting his curtain sorted, and got him back on the road, and he was a happy bunny. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I like to do, if like a car's broken down and they're fixing a tire or something, then if I can, I'll pull up behind them until they've done that, and then they can go on. Because you think, well, if someone hits the truck, it's not that bad, is it?
Depends where they are. I've stopped for I've stopped for that if it's particularly dangerous. I've stopped behind things where like what you said there, but not while they're repairing a tire. I'll help them move the vehicle or help them get into a safe position. But the simple reality is, they're going to have to kind of get somewhere safe, call out actual like RAC stuff like that. Although one thing I do is I do call highways
do
fairly
do. I clocked that one too.
Just as bad as the 69. I wouldn't have done it. It's all right.
I do call highways fairly frequently. I've called them a couple of times. I've called them twice in the past month. I don't know if you've ever had this before, where someone's repairing a tire on the hard shoulder, but it's an offside. So they'll be
trying to explain the offside rule there, Tom.
Driver's side.
So they're on the driver's side.
They're on the almost on a live lane, almost effectively.
So, on the right fucking lane, and you're passing them. And the lanes are long.
So Daryl told me a story about when he was a night driver, a night trunker, and they would trunk up every night. I know, obviously, Vicky, you've done night trunking. Nessa, block that bit out, David. Nessa's done night trunking as well. Daryl was convoying up. There was like 3 of them, and he was like in the lead. And
I know
basically,
exactly where this is going.
This guy was changing his tire, and his legs were like he was on his knees, legs out on the main live road. And at the last
should we do
second,
this disclaimer on this?
Well, nothing happened. Luckily, the last minute. No, it didn't go wrong. Thank fuck. But it's just scary and like the reality of this. And obviously Daryl saw at the last second his feet and managed to get out. And they were on a group chat, like they were on a group call talking to each other. Obviously not like face to face, just like talking on the hands free. And basically Daryl says, "Pull out, pull." Like that sounds dodgy again.
That's what.
Like pull over, second lane, man's legs, effectively like get the fuck over. And all 3 of them did, but like it's just one of those moments, like just reality of how scary it can be and close it can be.
I passed exact same thing. The guy was his feet were into the live lane, and I was behind another truck, and I passed I passed so closely I couldn't see. When I looked in the mirror, I couldn't see the bottom of his foot.
Oh no!
Because of the paneling of the truck.
So you thought you'd gone over him?
No, I knew I hadn't, but because he didn't react.
Right.
Like it didn't. But the motion of the truck and how close I was to him, I saw his legs move, like with the wind.
So he obviously went shit.
I probably missed his foot with about an inch, maximum. Like it was,
Jesus.
And I did a 999 call.
But the other thing I don't get with that is, and effectively with that as well. Even sometimes just with the movement, you being so close, you could do damage. Because like, when I was younger, like my brother's ex at the time, his girlfriend at the time, she broke her leg and hip due to someone nearly crashing into her and going so fast they literally blew off her feet, and she did damage. And she didn't even get hit. I'm just like fucking hell. Like you can still do so much damage. It's scary, really.
Especially with some of the bigger stuff, like like Domino. She does the she not do like
the double deckers stuff. Yeah, double deckers. Like I would not like to do that.
That them things must be fucking ridiculous. Yeah,
to create.
Well, because it's a 17-foot high trailer,
and they're creating wind.
Well, yeah, because you create
the turbulence, the wind turbulence next to it, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The thing is, I mean, when you're in a lane,
vortex. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're in a lane in the UK versus America, you're only about a foot away from the other vehicle. Realistically,
it's a lot different.
Unless the bigger lanes.
Yeah. Okay.
In America, you can see them on the videos. There's realistically, there's
some
of the dual carriageways. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could. Well, depending, as in like there's some in LA that are like, all right, I think we can squeeze one more lane in, and like you're looking down both mirrors. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on that line and I'm on that line. I'm on boat lines.
Yeah,
you know,
that's how it
That's
should
pretty
be.
much our roads. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
That's how
us.
it should be.
that's that's not common. It's there's you always, especially on the truck routes. You know, I mean, there's definitely some routes that are not truck route with a lot narrower lanes going down.
Wait. Honestly, there's some motorways where
That's
it's,
some of
it's
our A
that-
roads.
that's- you know them signs on the motorway, and it comes up says narrow lanes ahead on the motorway.
Yeah.
That means you're taking them too.
Yeah, well, there's one section
well, wait.
in Manchester where I took a wide load up there, and God, it's not great. Like, it's not great. I do just while we're talking about night driving and trunking.
Right.
I want Nessa just
Did
very
you say
quickly.
trunking?
Trunking, yeah.
Trunking.
It's an A road, like it's like, you know, the highways and stuff like that. So it's what's called a trunk road in the UK. So it's like the trunks of the tree. That's the idea of it.
A night rider.
I want you to tell the story of the owl.
The owl?
The
It
owl.
wasn't
we're
an
about to find
owl.
out.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, it was a hawk.
Oh, okay.
I recently found that photo as well. God.
So you were talking to me that night, weren't you? Because I think I was.
We
on.
were talking. Was it you I was talking to?
You
Yeah.
were talking to me, and
I
you
was
were
going-
like, and you sent me a message saying, "Oh no, I've just hit something. You've just hit a
Oh
bird,"
no.
and like you
Yeah.
were devastated about it.
The thud was that loud. I thought it was a deer or something.
Oh my god.
And I was devastated. I literally drove from Bridgend to Kettering, which is 4 hours 15 minutes, almost in silence because I was afraid I might cry. And when I got there, the bird was still stuck in the grill, sticking out of my truck.
What, alive or dead?
Oh, it was dead, like rigor mortis and everything.
So you were driving along and this bird's like arms spread, eagle.
Yeah.
So some child that's been like kind of going, some child that's
Getting
like kind of
traumatised.
it's like, Mummy, what's hanging out the front of that truck?
The thing is, there were two birds.
They probably
And I
thought it
saw
was
the
strapped
one fly
on.
across. Yeah. I saw the one bird fly across. I just thought to myself, bloody hell, that was close. And then thwack.
Oh, my-
It was such a loud
Whoa.
thud.
Why
And,
was there
yeah.
a hawk up at that time of night? Because it was like, I remember it being really late. I'm not
It
saying that they have a bedtime or something. Maybe they're out drinking.
I
Who
don't
knows?
think it was too late because I was on my way to Kettering, which means it was the start of my shift. So it would
Right.
have been somewhere between 6 and 8
So
p.m.
you drove the whole shift with an eagle on the front.
Well,
I'm leaving you there.
Sounds very American. Very
Right-
American, right
right
there.
up until I got to Kettering. I went to Morrison's, the RDC in Morrison's, in Kettering, and everybody was looking at it, and I was like, I can't get it out, I can't pull it out. It was grossing me out because it just looked. The neck was at such a weird angle. Oh my god!
See, it was hanging by its neck, was it not? Because it got
Yeah,
its grill
it's
head first.
the
It was
beak.
just hanging
Yeah.
by its head, flopping around
Right.
on the
The head went through the grill, and
Oh
the
my
rest of
God.
it was
Oh,
outside
no.
the truck. So
Surely it
yeah.
did damage, correct?
Well,
Not
yeah,
to-
but
not
again,
to-
it
not
was-
to itself.
much. There was a bit of a dent on the one bar of the grill, yeah, but the rest.
I
of
mean,
the truck
again, it was a
fine.
Nolan's truck, this, so the kind of everything's made a bit
Dent
thinner.
might have already
They've
been there.
Really tried out on everything.
Do you guys get a lot of animals going into the road? Do you have deer? Do you have
Deer,
many wild
yeah.
deer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs
Yeah.
Yes, and
Um,
cats.
and cats. Okay.
Yeah, you can get all sorts.
Rabbits, ducks,
Rabbits, foxes,
Foxes, yeah.
squirrels.
Badgers.
Okay. Yeah, we
There's
get
so many badgers, actually.
we get a lot of deer.
Badgers
we
just
get
growl
a
at
lot
you.
of bamboos out there.
angry things.
They sound like old men.
Who sounds like old men?
Say what now?
Badgers.
Badgers?
Yeah.
Every
You ever
badger,
heard a badger?
automatically gets born an old man.
No.
They're like. Is that what they sound
Hold
like?
on, I need you to say that again. Sorry, Chloe.
So,
What?
before I was a driver, and I used to cycle everywhere, and I used to work at pubs, and I'd be cycling along this like old track because I used to work at something called like the Turf Locks, which is you only can
get
get
off
there
my
by
lawn.
cycling.
I'm a badger.
And I was cycling home once in the dark, and all of a sudden I just hear this, and I was like, "What is it?" And out comes this like badger running at me. Going,
With his cane. Does he have a cane?
Yeah.
I'm picturing him having a cane.
They are scary. They're like little bears, but they sound like old men.
Well, I've just searched badger sounds, and according to this, they sound like badger, 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 badger.
Mushroom. We are literally just Googling this now.
I
So,
want to know what it
There
sounds
is
like.
3 out of 4 of us Googling it right now. I'm the one person who's not, by the way.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Oh God, they sound terrifying. See, how scary is that?
What is that?
Okay, fair enough.
What
That's-
is that?
It's
Apparently-
awful, isn't it?
That's
Sounds like a bunch of
horrendous.
baby somethings getting tortured.
What babies do you? What babies
Yeah.
sound like that to you?
But it is terrifying.
I've
honestly.
had a different life, Tom, that I don't want to go into in this podcast. Okay? So if you don't mind, that'll be a different podcast.
Well, the one I met was definitely an old man. It's definitely an old man.
Fair
It
enough.
burrowed
Fair
at
enough.
me.
Are you absolutely sure that it wasn't just an old man? Have you seen an old man and for all of these years just thought, oh, there's a badger, he has black and white hair.
Brr.
So have you guys hit anything? Any animal?
I hit
Any
a
big
deer
bird?
once.
Oh, you hit a deer. Okay.
Yeah, but it
Much
was
damage?
like slow motion, and like Daryl said, "There's a deer," and I just kind of was in the car going like 20 miles
Oh,
an
you're in
hour,
your
going,
car.
"Oh yeah," and then I didn't really react, and then this poor little deer kind of jumped up and ran away. Poor little bugger.
I hit something once, and it's fucking so pathetic. But I got out
Bug.
and I was like, it was a bird and it had a limp wing, and I was just like, and the thing was, this was like, it wasn't like it was like a starling or something like that. It was a small bird that I hit, and I was just devastated.
It's
I was
sad,
just
isn't it?
devastated.
The worst one
just
I ever
didn't-
hit actually is I hit a female duck, and it was I felt awful, and then the boy duck came back and was like looking at it, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, like so. I'll be honest with you. That is not what you think, because ducks are horrendous.
Oh, well,
Just
it was
just look.
sad.
Yeah.
What, is he going to
Just
eat
look
it?
up- Oh no. Ducks are very violent.
Oh,
Are
Look
they?
up search
geese are
duck
too.
corkscrew penis. After
Oh, I've
this.
seen them. We've had them at
Oh my word!
my
And
old
they
farm.
have barbs on them.
They're horrible.
It's
They're
wild.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit an
they're
owl
horrible.
one time. It hit
I
my
like runner
windshield.
ducks. They're
Left
cool.
blood in the windshield and everything. It was like, ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, I tell you what,
Ooh.
I've hit
person.
I've hit wood pigeons before. The
Wood
flying
pigeons.
So a wood pigeon, it's just like a big fat looking pigeon.
It's a big rat
But
with wings.
They when they hit a truck, they kind of just explode with feathers.
Yes. Yes, they do.
And I had one, and I should have taken a picture of it. I might have done actually. I might see if I can try and find it. But
They just
I hit
disintegrate.
it.
I don't want to
Well,
see
no,
this either.
it hit the windshield, and it left a perfect imprint of the bird when it hit. I mean, it was perfect. You can see the details and the feathers and everything. It was wild.
Can
I think
I?
they must have like kind of a dust on the feathers. don't they?
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
bring you
did.
guys. I'm gonna bring you guys to tears. I just
Oh,
saw
no.
this.
Oh
I just remembered.
no!
All right, so
Come on.
get your hankies out. Get whatever, you know what I mean. Or fast forward.
Pull over. Get ready for this.
So I'm in my semi truck driving at the speed limit, which is, I don't know, 55 whatever miles an hour. All right,
Dave,
And
just very quickly, if this hasn't a climax of you spilt your McDonald's or like you spilt your coffee, and that's what they've got, this
This is
better
why we're
actually-
devastated.
You have built this up now, so this had better have whatever outcome it had. You can't. Yeah, I'm just saying.
It better be sad.
I hope this holds up. I'm expecting to be sad now.
Mhm.
I wish that was the case.
I'm
So
going to feel really guilty in a minute for that comment, aren't I?
I'm driving along. There's a car that is merging next to me, and he speeds up,
Uh-huh.
and so that means he's going at 55 to 60 miles an hour, probably going 65 miles an hour because he's actually gaining from me. And all of a
Okay.
sudden, I see a little puppy fall. So this puppy, and all of a sudden he topples, rolls, and all of a sudden now he's on all fours and he's just looking at me.
What
and-
falls off the car? They threw him
What,
out.
out of the car?
More than likely the kittens these puppies or kittens. This was so long ago, but more than likely they were hanging out underneath the minivan. They were like hanging out.
Oh, it'd be a kitten then. Kitten,
yeah,
surely.
so it's more likely a kitten. So I remember, so I remember it is rolling, and all of a sudden, and then plump, plump, because I couldn't avoid it. All right, so like plump, plump.
Oh no! I do
Then,
feel bad about my comments.
another one.
Oh, no!
No!
Oh, no! Come
And
on!
I was able to avoid that one, but I felt like, maybe I should have killed it because they're dead. They're going to die within minutes anyway. And then another one.
Oh,
There was
no.
3 that fell out. Not next. It was just like a few seconds apart, and like, and you gotta, and then like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing ever. I can't believe I'm witnessing this. I'm like, this is so fucking sad. I'm like, god damn it. And I feel like they looked at me because when they landed, when they stopped rolling, they're on their 4s and they just look up, and like, I feel like we made eye contact.
I'll ask this question because it's America and because it would not surprise me. Do you think the person was chucking him out the car?
No, I saw him coming from underneath the car.
Right.
Unless there's a hole inside in the
Little
car.
trap door.
Yeah, unless that's the case, but it wasn't. Yeah, they were hanging out, but I
mean, they do get
thinking,
under engines, don't they? Cats and kittens to get warm,
Yeah.
so they do climb into engines.
and I was thinking as well, like, Jesus Christ, that entire family is going to be looking for those kittens forever. Presuming that they knew that they existed, obviously, you know what I mean? As in, like, I don't know. It was just that was the okay. You got your napkins, your tissues.
No,
Yeah.
sad. It was
Okay.
sad.
Yeah, I feel
I
sad.
do genuinely feel a bit bad about.
I didn't disappoint, did I? Or would you
No,
prefer
no.
to have heard that I spilled my coffee while I was changing
I mean,
lanes
did you
to
spill
avoid?
your coffee as well?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. But that was like I was trying like racking my brain, like what have I hit? And like so yeah.
Those
I
poor
don't know, I
little
think like the
kittens.
only other animal one I've ever had was I've had it where there was one where I was coming back. It wasn't that long ago. It was just before. It was just last year, end of last year. And as I was going along the road, down this little A road, it's all very dark, and something just caught my eye. And I looked down, and there's a fuck off owl looking up at me as I went past. And I was like, I tried. I went to
Off owl.
Like,
Fuck off owl?
A big owl.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, like it's just a big
A
owl.
fuck
All right,
off big owl.
It seemed right, Nessa. What's a big owl in the UK?
It's a big owl.
Well,
It's
to
a
me,
A
barn
barn
owl,
owl.
isn't it?
Barn owl?
it was like it must have been. I don't know. It looked like it was over a foot tall. I don't
Was
know
it
if that-
white?
I can't remember.
Like Hedwig.
I can't remember what
Oh,
colour it was.
poor
I just remember
Hedwig.
the
could've been
eyes
going to
looking
his
up at me
wizard.
and just thinking, "What the hell?"
You might have
And I s-
ruined his
I went to
wizard's
stop-
letter.
No, I did not. I've not touched it. I've not hit it.
But he
Unless it
might
was
have
one
been
of those
delivering a
wonderful
letter to
ones that
Harry
went to Harry.
Potter.
Well, he's not
Yeah.
doing a very good job of it. He's studying on the fucking A6.
Harry would have still gotten his letter because if he doesn't receive the letter, he's going to keep on getting more owls.
It does get more letters. That
Yeah,
is something
so-
we have learned.
Yeah.
Executing the bird does not help. Or does not. Does
Fish
not,
owl is
not,
the largest one, and then eagle owl is after that.
Oh,
How big are
okay.
they?
Big. Owl size.
I don't know. It was about. It must. Well, to me, but this is like silly time in the morning. It looked over a foot tall. It was quite
Well,
big.
Was it an
between
owl?
6 and 8 pounds, and their wingspan is 6.5 feet.
Damn.
God damn.
That's big.
Okay, that is
Wow.
big. Yeah, that's very big.
Mhm.
It might have been something like that. I don't know. But either way, I stopped the truck and I went to go and try and find it, but it had gone. Probably because it's an owl. And,
Remind me-
and they can fly.
Well, you're tall enough that you could probably just grab him out of the air. But anyway, sorry. An A road, is that one of those like tiny roads where you have to slow down for every single car that you go by? Is that what an A
that's
road
a
is?
B road.
No. Yeah, that's a B road, yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
an A road can be like almost as big as a highway, almost
Okay.
as big as a motorway,
Unless you're
but
in
it can
Scotland.
be.
It can be
Yes.
also very small as well.
I wonder if the average road in Ireland is narrower than in England. I'm going to guess yes. Like, because the amount of roads that I actually drove on last month or 2 months ago, whatever, I'm like, Jesus, is every road narrow? And like, there's so little A roads and there's so many B roads. I was like,
There's a lot
holy
of
crap.
Yeah, Devon's full of them as well. Wales is bad, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, it depends where you go.
Wales is mostly A's and B's. You've only got the M4 and the M50 really, and a small amount of the A48M. That's all in South Wales.
And if you want to go like from the north to, if you want to go to the north or the south, well, the Welsh are like, well, why do you want to do that? Go across the mountains. So basically, people can only in Wales. You can go into Wales and out of Wales, but not really,
but not through
two
it.
places within Wales. That's not what it's for.
Fair enough.
I did always like getting them jobs where you have to go from like north to South Wales or whatever like that, and you have to kind of go over the up throughout the mountains and fucking.
The A470 is the major road that connects north to South Wales, and it's very narrow in parts and very huge in other parts.
I like the black-eyed sheep in Wales.
That could be the name of the band.
Damn it! We won't put the same joke.
There's black-eyed peas in there, but I always remember when I was a kid going to Wales, there was always black-eyed sheep.
Don't
know what they are. Just black-eyed sheep.
Lost where I was up. Black-eyed sheep, Wales. What?
They got black eyes and like black patterns. I don't know what they're called. I just remember as a kid, I was like, "Oh, it's black-eyed sheep. I know I'm in Wales."
Nessa, can you search this as well? Oh, what? Isn't like they've got like a black pattern around their eyes?
Yeah, they got black eyes. Oh well,
like they've
right in
got eyeliner.
Sherp. I wrote in Sherp, Wales. I don't know how I've worked that out.
I don't know. Fucking hell. Right.
Sorry, go on.
I have a topic I want to talk about. One other one.
All right, go ahead. Well, of course, we still have to talk about our weekly segment on TV and movies. So
I've got something to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, they're called badger face sheep. There you go, badger face.
I like black-eyed
What's
sheep.
it with you and badgers?
They go brrr. They don't go bar. They go brrr.
So, Tom, we definitely need a badger in the thumbnail.
Sure, yeah. Fuck me. What's going on?
What were you going
What is your topic, Tom?
So
What
I
do you
was
got for
listening
us?
to a podcast.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about what's better, burritos or sandwiches.
Excuse me? What? Oh, burrito. Sorry, I heard
Burritos,
something else.
yeah.
Okay.
What do you think I said?
I didn't.
Dorito.
Okay. But basically, burritos or sandwiches. What's better? What's the superior food?
Well, it depends
No,
what
so-
burrito you go
Sandwich.
for and what sandwich you go for.
No, it's a
Well,
sandwich.
they're talking about they're talking about anything. But
Anything breaded.
well, this is my point, because at one point they said that hamburgers and hot dogs don't count.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
They're in
okay.
bread.
I was kind of hoping that we'd have an argument about this, because my thought.
Well, you can
was-
argue.
Well, no, because I agree with you. A hot dog is technically a sandwich.
Yeah. Now, burgers wouldn't be. They're put into the category of sandwiches, but they're never known as sandwiches. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, but why?
But
If
then
they're-
it's a sandwich of flat bread, isn't it?
It's just
Sliced
that
bread.
it's in its own category. A burger is a burger. All right.
But why? Because you think about
Because
it.
it's-
What's right? Okay, so
you don't put
what makes the
butter
difference?
on a burger bun. You put butter on
You
a.
don't necessarily put butter on a
I
sandwich.
know you don't. Yeah, no, you don't. But, Jesus, they
go on.
don't. They
Tell
definitely
me
don't do it
some-
in America. Jesus Christ, they all look at me stupid every time I ask for butter to be put on my sandwich. Honest to God, seriously, I'm like, I just want to put butter on it. This is how I like my fucking sandwiches.
Can
Shit.
would you mind shutting up and just making the damn sandwich?
Oh, another time I wanted to put potato salad on it. I'm like, because I've had potato salad is an option in Ireland.
Say what now?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. All right. It's one of the condiments in Ireland. Is potato
this
salad,
just-
coleslaw. It is egg salad.
coleslaw and burgers, and that is amazing.
You know what I mean? It's like
coleslaw, yeah, but potato salad. Is this because
what
is
about
this
potato
how
salad?
Irish
in
you
it?
are? Like you have to add a potato. into it.
Potato.
Okay,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, every meal I
Alright.
have potatoes.
This sandwich is
Even
not
my
Irish
bread
enough.
is called potato bread.
Oh my god, tatty bread.
I love potato bread. So
yeah.
good. So good.
So we're gonna go off on a proper tangent here.
But then you can make sandwiches out of lettuce as
What
well. Like
is
the
the definition of a sandwich?
bread,
Oh, that's
Filling.
definitely a producer job.
No. I already know the answer. I already Googled it. What are your thoughts?
He's on it. Bread.
Okay,
Filling.
well, bread.
Sauce.
Say that again.
Bread.
Bread?
Filling sauce. Yeah.
Okay, bread with stuff in the middle of it. All right,
Yeah.
2 slices of bread with stuff in the middle. It doesn't have to be meat, because sometimes people will say, "Well, you have to have meat." Like, no, you don't, because some people are vegetarians. So. But basically, it's just like bread, filler, bread. That's the definition of a sandwich, according to dictionary online and fucking other
it is.
stuff.
So it is.
Yeah.
But then sandwiches are, in all fairness, sandwiches are meant to be an open, wide audience, whereas burgers are very specific to
Open,
burgers.
wide audience?
Yeah. So, like, if you want a sandwich, it's, like, not very specific. It's like a sandwich could be anything. Whereas if you want a burger, you know that's going to have a burger in it. And if you want a hot dog, you know it's going to have a dog in it.
I feel like if it's a burger,
but if I want a tuna sandwich, I know that sandwich
But it's still a sandwich.
is going to have. Yeah, but I know it's going to have tuna in it.
But it's not a burger tuna, is it? Unless you have a tuna burger.
No.
Then it's going to be a burger.
No. Right. This is where. Right. No. This is where you're wrong, because this is what their kind of point.
This is where Tom thinks he's right.
Right.
Let's clarify it.
I am
okay?
right. What?
He always thinks he's right.
Right. So I want, say for instance,
Right.
I want a tuna sandwich. Right. Now I can do many things to that. I can have different types of bread. I can have salad cream in it. I can have mayonnaise.
Ooh, salad
I can
cream.
have,
Good choice.
I have cucumbers. I can have, so there's a lot of
sweet
ways to
corn.
go about this. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a
Same
sandwich,
thing
yeah.
as a burger. A burger's just a sandwich. But
No,
you can have it
still
however
put-
you want.
But then you don't put tuna in your burger, do you? Are you going to put tuna in your burger?
No, but I'm also not going to put, like, if I want, what if I want a beef sandwich?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a sandwich. Yeah.
But it's not hot. You're not frying the beef. All right. If you're, so you have burgers
would
could
you
be
do?
chicken burgers,
Okay,
fish
right.
burgers,
So you're saying the one thing is heat,
maybe.
right?
Maybe.
You can have a hot sandwich.
Let's
Why
talk
when you
about
got-
this for
right.
a second.
What about,
Why?
whoa, open and revolutionary. What if you put a burger in a sandwich bread? What's that going to be?
Yeah.
What are you going to have
You know,
that as?
around, I think it's Stoke.
We're not even
but,
acknowledging that. That's silly, Chloe. Seriously?
around,
Oh. A burger sandwich.
A burger
Ooh.
sandwich.
around Stoke, they do an egg. What's it called? An egg burger. It's called. It's
Okay.
basically
Egg
you've,
burger.
yeah. So you have
Fried eggs, boiled eggs.
You have a fried egg on your burger. And it's
Well,
What, like-
that's very
wait,
common.
wait.
No,
What,
eggs
like,
are
on
very
top
common in
of
burgers
it?
over here.
Or like
are
mixed
they?
through the bread.
Oh yeah.
Are they really? I see. That's. It's
Is it
it's
in the
funny
burger or on it?
when
Yeah.
when you're
Get it.
traveling around and you're going to like all, or if you're tramping, like you're going to like all of the local like the little
Burger
roadside
places.
cafes and stuff like that, and you always see like there's one I go to near Manchester, in Glossop, and the amount of spam that they sell there is ridiculous.
Oh.
Just rows of spam. That's what everyone's
Just
coming in for.
Spam.
Like,
Spam.
but they'll have like spam and
The
egg
meat
and
spam.
they'll have spam. Yeah,
Okay.
That's such a Hawaiian thing. Spam.
I know
Is
in
it?
Hawaii there's rice and like spam rice and something. Isn't
I know
it?
every
Pineapple.
Hawaiian restaurant I've ever gone to, they have spam on the menu, and they usually have like it's like that's where it was created. At least the actual spam, as in like the company spam. I think spam might actually be
Wait. It's British. Nessa,
It's special processed American meat. That's what it stands for.
is it
Special
really?
process.
And where was it
Yeah.
created?
In America.
Give me a second.
Hawaii. I feel like Hawaii have claimed it.
Wait,
Minnesota.
Minnesota. What is Hawaii?
Ooh.
this has blown my mind. I never knew spam actually stood for something.
How did I?
Yeah.
Wow, everyone have
Holy
learned.
shit!
Millions of people listening to this podcast have learned something new today that
We
they
are
did not know
factual.
before.
Created by Hormel Foods Corporation in Minnesota, United States.
By
Fair enough.
Homo Foods.
I picked up on that as well.
Hormel.
I wasn't going to mention it.
Hormel,
Oh,
H-O-R-M-E-L.
Hormel.
All right,
okay.
okay, that's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
I was thinking, We're getting into sketchy territory there.
It was produced in 1937.
Oh.
God damn! I never.
Has it
genuinely
Has
never
it
knew
changed
was...
recipe? Out of curiosity.
Probably.
Okay.
I always thought that corned beef. We used to get our corned beef that looks like spam.
It's pretty much
Right,
the same
in
isn't
Ireland.
it?
I just so I thought it was kind of weird, and like, see, we got our corned beef sandwiches every day or whatever when you ever ate them. Not every day, but it was quite a common sandwich for my mom to make us. And I was like, oh, I know I'm in America. I'm like, oh, that's spam. No, it's corned beef. But then what they have corned beef in America though is what they have with what they would consider an Irish food on St. Patrick's Day, corned beef and cabbage. While in Ireland we have ham and cabbage, or we call it bacon and cabbage. So I was like, oh my god, there's so many different names for everything. But again, it's I don't know, it's just strange to me.
Well, it's like French toast I made for the first time for Logan, and then Daryl was like, "It's called
bread.
gypsy toast." Daryl was like, "It's called gypsy toast." I've never heard gypsy toast. I've heard eggy bread and French toast. Ever heard gypsy toast?
Never heard gypsy toast.
No, I think French toast though has cinnamon on it.
Oh my god,
Possibly.
eggy bread with cinnamon.
Eggy bread's just bread and egg, which is French toast.
I wanna make.
But what the hell is gypsy
the
toast?
Eggy bread. I don't know, but I want to make the eggy bread where they cut the hole in the middle of it.
And put an egg in it. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. Oh yeah,
is it good?
It's the very first. It tastes exactly how you think it would.
So wildly off track with this
it has bread with an egg on it, and of course you got to cook it slowly because it's
Do you have bacon with it? Bacon and syrup.
You can. What's your?
Yeah, we're having eggy bread tomorrow. That's what I've just decided this second.
I'm having eggy bread tomorrow.
Have you
French
ever tried
toast.
putting peanut butter in a burger?
Ooh.
What?
I've
Ooh.
never thought
Now,
of that, but I'm
there is
willing
this-
to give that a go.
There is this restaurant. It's a small chain. It's mainly up in the Pacific Northwest. All right, Portland area, called Killer Burger. Now they have this. All their burgers come with bacon.
We're not starting off well.
In what way? Oh yeah,
What?
Killer Burger.
You put weird stuff in burgers, and it's a killer
they're regular
burger.
burgers. They're regular burgers, but like one of them has like an egg is actually quite a popular one. But there's bacon with peanut butter, and the peanut butter they put peanut butter sauce. And my god, it is my favorite burger.
So
ever.
what? More like a satay sauce rather than peanut butter.
It's there's peanut butter with maybe something else mixed in with it.
So it'd be like satay. Oh,
I don't know
I'd
what
be
satay
up for that.
is.
I'd
But
be well up for that.
honest to God, with the bacon, and it's just I love it so much.
Well,
It's
I
always-
like the sweet potato with marshmallows. That's so good.
I will say,
That's
we've,
good.
we've done the pancakes with syrup and bacon, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a nice.
Are your
like, sweet and
pancakes?
salty.
When you say pancakes, are you talking
American
crepes?
style pancakes?
American
Pancake.
style.
American style.
Because I was
Pancake,
weirded out
yeah.
when I came to America. I'm like, this isn't a pancake. These are
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
these are
yeah.
like an inch
What is
thick.
this? Yeah.
You know what I
is
mean?
like a
And then it
miniature
turns out
cake.
that I've been eating crepes my entire life,
Yeah.
thinking that they were pancakes.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are
This
pancakes.
is true, but they are pancakes. British
What?
pancakes.
Yeah, they're called.
No, crepes are different than pancakes.
Crepes are crepes are different than British pancakes. And then you got pancakes. Then you got American
pancakes. Otherwise, on Pancake Day, it's called Pancake Day, not
Yeah,
Crepe
'cause it's
Day.
pancakes.
Because, and this
Crepes
is a
are done
fact,
differently.
we're not
and they're,
French.
They're finer. Yeah. And crepes
Unless-
are like they are thinner,
Really
aren't they? That's the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like wafer thin, whereas
Yeah.
pancakes are like got a bit of soggy.
Just
I like the
doughiness
wafer
to
thin
them.
ones. I
Just
like the
very
wafer
quickly,
thin ones.
before we
That's
get
the
into the film section, Talladega Nights, and that scene where
I've
he
not
goes,
seen that
like,
yet.
I love. Oh, it's so fucking good. Love it.
All right,
Shake and
explain
bake.
to us.
What does he do?
If you've not seen it, you've not seen it.
But
Okay.
people
I
might
have
have
seen
seen
it.
Great
it.
scene where they have. It takes too long to. It's good. It's just
So
really
watch
good.
it.
You
is what
have
we're
the
saying.
stage.
Oh,
Or do you
no,
think
I
people
don't-
have something better to do right now?
I don't want. I don't want the stage. I don't want the stage. You need to watch Talladega Nights. It's really.
All right.
good.
Well, okay. This isn't a topic. This is again where we were going to have it where we all watch the same movie, but we can't trust each other to watch the movie.
No, it's
Okay.
failing.
that was my fault.
So, what we end up doing though, I just think ended up being better. It's just talking about movies in general. Talk about movies
Yeah.
that you
We
recommend.
do seem to like doing that.
You know, talk about TV shows. Like, what TV shows are you guys watching right now?
Discovery.
What TV
Star
shows?
Trek Discovery.
All right. So, Chloe, what kind of TV shows are you watching right now?
Not Star Trek. Although there is a new child Star Trek on
Child Star
on
Trek?
Prime, and it's not. It's like have you seen Star Wars?
What's
the Clone Wars, where it's like the graphic-y kind of style. They've got
Yeah,
like a Star
okay,
Trek.
there's a new
version.
one
what's
out.
the new
It's
Yeah.
one
all right.
called?
Oh, and then have you seen
That's
Star
on Disney
Trek
Plus, though.
under under decks or whatever it's called, below decks?
Lower Decks.
Lower Decks is so
really
good. I love that.
Really,
That's actually got me
really
into Star
good.
Trek a little bit. You have to watch
it?
that. It's a bit like Futurama / Family Guy. Would you go
No,
with?
it's not. It's more
No?
like Rick and Morty in that sort of
Yes.
style. That
Ooh,
sort of
Rick
thing.
and Morty. I'm quite a fanboy of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
like Lower
You will
Decks.
like
the same
Below
thing
Decks.
as Solar Opposites. It's going to have the
It's
same
so
sort of thing
good.
as
I've
that.
not seen Solar Opposites, but
Oh my god, you need to watch Solar Opposites.
Has everybody watched Wednesday yet?
No,
I've not watched it yet.
everyone's banging on about it.
I don't know if I want to yet.
You haven't
Yeah.
watched? Okay, interesting. I just
Is
thought
it
that was one of
worth
those
it?
shows that everyone's seen. Okay, fair enough. I honestly, I thought that everybody has watched it at this stage because it's like every second. Me?
No,
There
no,
she
Nessa,
is.
Nessa was muted. She sat there
Oh.
She was
happily
talking,
away to us.
mouthing away. She was saying melon.
Melon.
Melon. Yeah.
No, I said both of my kids are watching Wednesday at the minute.
All
Ah.
right, yeah.
Mm.
I feel like
love it.
I got forced to watch it because it was like so many people were talking about it. There was so many interviews.
Everyone
and
is
I'm like,
rating
I'm
it,
like,
yeah.
skip. I'm like, okay, let me just get it over and done with. Let's watch it. All right, okay, we were watching this. Now we're watching this instead. Okay.
And is it worth it?
I don't watch TikTok. I watch YouTube Shorts. I'm not.
It does the same
but,
thing.
But there was a point where every single thing I was scrolling, it was Wednesday,
The dance.
Wednesday,
The dance.
Wednesday, the
But
dance,
I like the music.
and
I quite like
the fact
that.
that she had COVID
Yeah.
during the dance, and I was just like,
Yeah.
been there, done that.
Okay.
You know everything about it, but you've not watched it.
right.
But all the facts, you know.
Has everybody watched Breaking Bad?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
you watched the
do-
last season, no?
Do you know what I
Excuse me?
have watched
Yeah,
You haven't watched it
recently?
last season?
Yeah, no.
Da-
don't ask.
Daryl's made me watch Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers. Oh, that's the
You know
World
what?
War II one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an older one.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before properly.
It's an older series, but
actually
it still
really
checks
good.
out.
it's aged well and it's very good and it's very interesting to watch actually because I'm never into sort of war films and that. I've never been very good at that, but actually that series is very good. It's very
Black Hawk
very
Down.
good.
Black
Very
Hawk Down.
sad.
The movie Black Hawk Down?
Oh, you need to watch it. If with for war films, if it's anything war film, Black Hawk Down.
There was something really good about that. There was like
Isn't there a
something-
Top Gun? Can't stand that.
I've not seen the new one.
I've not seen.
Oh,
I've
no,
seen the
I
old
said
one.
that. I've
Rubbish.
watched half of it.
I
The
wonder
very
if we
end.
is there any movie out
I
there
did
that
a
we've
dad
all
hover.
seen? Have
What
we all
we've all
seen
not
Jurassic
seen.
Park?
Obviously.
The first. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We're narrowing it down. Okay. Jurassic Park 2.
Have you seen Jurassic World, the new one, Dominion?
Yeah, I've seen them all.
I
I've seen them all.
someone pointed this out to me, and you'll go away and you'll search this. In fact, I kind of half want to leave this on the last final note, so that way people will remember to do this.
Are we already deciding this is the last final note?
Apparently so.
Fuck it, why not? Or something along those lines. Anyways, so
Go on then.
you know, in the scene with Dennis Nedry,
Who the fuck is that?
and that's the guy who's selling the embryos or the little
in the
cylinder
shaving
things.
in the shaving cream.
In the
Oh
shaving
right,
cream.
so you on about the original, the one that the dude that dies?
Yeah,
Right,
that
okay.
guy,
We
the
never
guy
saw
that
him die.
dies with the
Where he gets spat on
diplo
with the
that one there. Yeah.
Dilophosaurus.
So before the little thing comes out, like the little
Dilophosaurus.
dinosaur with the Dilophosaurus with a
Dilophosaurus.
and all of that kind of thing, which gave me nightmares as a child. We won't talk about that. Someone was saying there's when he slips down the hillside the first time, there's like a very weird slapstick sort of like noise that they've added in post, like a proper like whoop noise.
Interesting.
I'm like, just
What, from
and
the
I was thinking-
dinosaur? Or for him?
when he falls, like that kind of like that kind of slapstick sound of someone falling,
Right.
and
Like Goofy?
I was like, goofy. It's a proper goofy sound. I was thinking, there's no way they've put that in there.
I've
I've gone back and listened to it. It's in there.
Wow.
It's the
Really?
weirdest
Can I-
thing. It's
there is-
such a weird choice.
Have you guys ever heard of the Wilhelm scream?
The what?
Okay.
The
There's a
what?
particular scream. All right. It's a sound of a guy.
That one. The
Kind of.
yes.
Yeah. It's in every Disney movie. Anything that Disney makes, it's in there. Even Buzz Lightyear made it, or made that sound when he fell from the window. All right.
Yeah. We'll say if you don't know what.
Is it their own version of the scream, or is it just a scream they add in?
It's literally a take. It's the exact scream. It's the exact soundbite,
and it's in
always
so many films.
And it's
Really?
all there's no copyright on it. They've it's been but yeah, it's called the Wilhelm scream.
Someone falling off a cliff on a film, they 9 times out of 10 will use it. Oh no, it's not. It's more of a
no.
Like kind of it's yeah, it's yeah.
But anyway. Once you realize that it's actually repeated, now you can't unhear it all the time. You're always hearing it. Yeah,
I will definitely listen up.
Okay, if you wanted to fast forward to it and you didn't want to Google it and you can't remember what Wilhelm scream it is, go to the part of Toy Story 1 where Woody and Buzz Lightyear fall out the window. You know, right before they get lost or whatever. Right, basically when they fall out. I think Buzz Lightyear gets hit by the lamp, and then he makes that scream. But anyway, and it happens so often, like, especially Star Wars. They're always using it in the Star Wars.
I've not known that. That's awesome.
I was always wondering, like, how do you even Google this? How do you that scream that they make? How do you know what I mean? So I kept on Googling scream and movies, and then eventually it was Wilhelm.
That one.
Yes, that's it. Yes,
that's the one.
I know that one now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're always going to hear it every time they ever use it.
Oh my god!
You'll hear it in it's in so many films, and it's one of them. There are a few sounds that are like that where they'll use them in all sorts to just repeat them again and again and again. And the problem is, when you do pick them up, it does take you out of it for a second, doesn't it?
It does. Nobody on that set made that noise. That was all done in post.
I've never noticed that before now, but that's so you just like, oh my god, this is just opened up a can of worms. Like, oh my god.
I think it originated in some World War II movie or something or another. I can't remember exactly what it was because I actually watched the entire video on it.
Could we get what's the original of the William screen or the William screen?
Wilhelm.
The Wilhelm.
Yeah, Wilhelm.
It was first used in 1951 in a film called Distant Drums.
Okay.
The scream.
1951.
Wow.
Lord.
I've just Googled. Apparently, it's been used over 400 times in films.
That's
and this
awesome.
was updated in November last year. Over 400 films it's in. That's crazy.
Have you guys ever seen R.I.P.D.?
Yes.
Rest in Peace Department.
That's
right.
Oh yeah, I love that film.
So, you know the old Chinese guy that he looks like when you see him from a distance, he looks like an old Chinese guy.
No, I don't. It's been a while.
I can't remember. It's been a while. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else is in.
Was it Jeff Daniels or who's in it again?
Ryan Reynolds.
So Ryan Reynolds.
Who's the old guy?
Who's
the old guy?
There's this. Basically, it is. Oh fuck! I can't remember what his
James
name is
Hong.
now. Huh?
The actor is James Hong.
That's the Chinese guy, yeah. But who's co-stars in R.I.P.D.?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Ryan Reynolds. Kevin Bacon.
But basically, Ryan Reynolds, his character, or to other people, they look like someone else. They don't look like themselves.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay. So Ryan Reynolds looks like everybody
Chinese
else.
Guy.
Yeah,
So
I remember now. Yeah.
That guy,
He is in a lot of stuff.
He has the most film credits of any actor ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. I just remember
Really?
IDing him. Like, where have I seen him before?
How many film credits he's got now, Nessa?
650.
650.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot of royalties.
What's his top credits? He must have some good top credits.
He must do really well for himself.
Hawaii 5-0. He did Hawaii 5-0. The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Okay. Has he ever been a main character?
Really good.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. Excellent.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
I've never actually seen Wayne's World.
You've never seen Wayne's World.
No.
How can you never have seen Wayne's World? That is like a growing up thing. You have never seen Wayne's
That doesn't
World.
make any sense.
What is wrong with you? How are you alive right now?
I don't know.
How have you lived?
I don't know. I just.
Are you like one of those people like, oh, that's popular. I'm not going to watch that.
No,
I'm not
I've
gonna
just
watch
never
I don't want
seen
to.
it.
Nobody tells me
No,
what
it's
I
not-
want
I'm
to
not
watch.
saying-
No.
It's not a judgment on the film. I'm
There's
just saying I've never seen
three
it.
of them. How have you not seen a single one of them?
So he's done 650 films that he's credited in.
Right.
And hundreds
Oh.
more that he's not credited in.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
right.
More.
That's
Good
so cool.
Lord.
By the way, everyone,
Mental.
while we're still in the Christmas spirit, you should go on Disney Plus and watch the Marvel special of Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
It was
I know it's not
alright.
Christmas anymore, but if you've not seen it, it's fucking brilliant.
Groot
I thought
looks
it's
stupid.
brilliant.
Groot was.
Yeah, I didn't get Groot's face, but it's so good.
He was in a suit. There was no CGI on Groot.
Was it not? Is that a
no,
suit?
that was a costume.
Is it really?
Can we right? Okay, so
Totally.
some quick spoilers for that. If you
Oh,
haven't seen
you've
the
got to
Christmas
watch
special.
it. It's
right,
so good.
Right, but some spoilers. If you don't want
Yeah.
to listen to it, just skip forward.
It's got Kevin
Right.
Bacon.
It has got Kevin Bacon, yeah. So now that lass is his sister.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, have you? Not
Oh yeah,
seen
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right,
yeah. Sorry. I
Right,
didn't
so-
hear the name.
Spoiler.
Yeah. So I can't remember what the
Mantis.
names are. Basically, Mantis
Mantis.
is now Peter Quill's sister.
Sister.
Well,
And they're just
not
going to
now,
shovel
sister.
that.
always
They've
was.
just shoveled that on because obviously it's going to be important in the next film, but they can't be bothered to set it up. So let's do it here. I
Oh,
don't know. It seems really weird. Like
It's
it's
a
a
bit
major plot device
exciting
for the next one.
plot for the next. Yeah. I
Because
think it's
Ego, the
cool.
living planet, had
Yeah.
a bunch of kids from all over the universe.
But it also makes
And-
sense why she was living there now, and it's just like
Yeah.
opened up. Like, actually, that makes total sense. I thought it was
why she
brilliant.
was even discovered by Ego.
Yeah, and why she was still
I-
even alive as
The
well.
only thing is now
Because he was,
the only
she was
thing
of
is,
use.
because he's now got he's got a sister, and sort of the Ego of the planet and stuff like that.
Half sister.
Half sister, but it doesn't really matter because all I can think of, and this is because of Rick and Morty, all I can think is Rick. Yeah, I fucked a planet. That's all I can think now.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
Well,
Right.
it's much
Anyways,
better.
let's wrap this up.
I've-
Actually,
yeah,
we need
literally
to
broken it.
we need to do housekeeping. We've not done any at all.
I tried. I did mention
Yeah.
sevenslap.com.
Yeah, Tom,
Now,
you ruined
yeah.
it.
now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Now, let me just give you guys an incentive to want to buy our merchandise or subscribe to our Patreon, whatever. And like, Tom doesn't take time off because he hasn't got a lot of money, apparently. All right. So
This is the
in
point
order-
we're going for. I'm broke as shit. Please give us money.
isn't that what you kind of said? As like, in a way
Let
of
him
like,
have a sick day. The poor
yeah,
little
he
soul.
needs a sick day once in a while. So if you guys,
Well,
could,
I'll just let me just quickly say we're not taking this money for ourselves. This will
No,
go
in all
directly into the podcast.
well, yeah, it does.
Everything,
Pay it
everything that, any
forward,
money
yeah.
that you
Hey,
give us,
we made $5.
We
Did you see the post? I
I
it on our
did.
Twitter.
I was so excited about
we
this.
made over
we
$5.
made $5, and we're like, yeah.
And we'd make it a lot more. We'd make it a lot more if more people subscribe to the YouTube channel because we know there's people
Yes.
listening out there. I don't care if you actually listen to it on
Just subscribe.
YouTube. Just subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, and maybe go ahead and click on the video and then click off again and watch it somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Just
Well,
like
yeah,
it. Just like
and
it.
then set up a different account and do it again. Set up a different account and do it again, and have multiple accounts, multiple phones, all playing it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, just spam it.
That was like basically the definition of a click farm.
Yeah.
That we
You're
refuse to
asking
do.
for that for free.
Yeah, I refuse to do a click farm. But anyway, all right.
Also, go and check out David's game because we didn't mention it last time. I remembered afterwards we didn't mention it, even though we teased him the entire time. So go,
Didn't one person try mention? Didn't actually? It wasn't necessary.
No,
actually.
yes, you did. You
She
had
did
you had a
mention it.
comment
Oh,
from
she did
someone,
actually,
didn't you?
Oh, well, fuck you then.
Yeah. Someone
Yeah.
gave
Right.
you a shout out.
All right.
And, yeah,
I think
like,
people-
comment,
everyone knows now.
subscribe. Make sure that you share.
Give us some love.
Share and leave reviews.
Yes.
Yes.
Good reviews.
Yeah, don't give us those shitty
are
ones because
good.
they'll get deleted. We won't even. Nobody will ever read those.
We won't acknowledge those bastards.
In fact, we do routinely every day. We delete a review because it's not good enough for us.
Yeah.
Make it feel like we really need them to come and get right.
Feel bad for
Anyways.
us, yeah.
Let's wrap it all up.
Yeah.
We're all done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. thank you so much for listening. If you haven't listened, how is it you got this far? But we shall see you next time. Goodbye.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So I thought I had a topic, but it turns out it was a dream, and I don't know what it was. And now so I did look back, and then it occurred to me that it was a dream. And I thought I'd put it on the group chat and everything, and it turns out I haven't. And I have no idea what it is. And now I haven't got a topic.
Please tell me, David, please tell me this is getting recorded.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
That's my topic.
If this is not...
Have you ever had deja vu?
This is not at least...
Yeah, that's there.
Uh...
I was well excited. It was so good as well. I was well happy.